this is Teacher Mary. Today we're going to dive into an exciting topic in physics, the Newton's second law of motion. This law is fundamental in understanding how forces affect the motion of objects. So let's get started. We know objects can only accelerate if there are forces on the object. Newton's second law tells us exactly how much an object will accelerate for a given net force. Newton's second law of motion is also known as the law of force and acceleration. A force upon an object causes it to accelerate. Mathematically, we can express it as F is equal to m times a, where F represents the net force, m is the mass of the object, and a is its acceleration. So this implies that acceleration of the object is directly proportional to the force and inversely proportional to its mass. Additionally, Newton's second law can be rearranged to solve for the different variables. For us to easily understand it, we can use the pyramid. So, if the acceleration and mass are known, the formula can be rearranged to solve for the force. The formula for the force will be mass times acceleration. But if the force and mass are known, the formula can be rearranged to solve for acceleration, wherein acceleration is equal to force divided by its mass. And lastly, if the force and acceleration are known, the formula can be rearranged to solve for the mass. Therefore, the formula for the mass will be mass is equal to force divided by its acceleration. The unit for force is measured in newtons. Mass is in kilograms and acceleration is in meters per second squared. Let's consider a few scenarios. Imagine you're pushing a car with a certain force. If the car is lighter, it will accelerate more for the same force. Conversely, if the car is heavier, it will accelerate less for the same force. This is because the acceleration depends on the mass of the object being pushed. Another example, when you kick the ball with a greater force, it accelerates more and travels a greater distance. However, if you apply the same force to a heavier medicine ball, it will accelerate less and move a shorter distance. The mass of the object affects how it responds to the force applied. So, you might be wondering, how do we apply Newton's second law to problem solving? Great question! Problem solving using Newton's second law involves analyzing forces acting on an object and determining its resulting acceleration. Now let's take a look with this problem number 1. An object with a mass of 10 kg accelerates at a rate of 6 meters per second squared. What is the force acting on an object?
The first thing we have to do is find the given. In this problem, the given are 10 kilograms, which is the mass, and 6 meters per second squared, which is the acceleration. And the unknown in this problem is the force. And using the pyramid, the formula for the force is equal to mass times acceleration. So, we have to substitute F is equal to 10 kilograms times 6 meters per second squared. So, the answer is 60 newtons.
Problem number 2. A force of 50 Newton is applied to an object, resulting in an acceleration of 10 meters per second squared. What is the mass of the object?
The given in this problem are 50 newtons, which is the force, and 10 meters per second squared, which is the acceleration. The unknown is the mass. So, the formula for the mass is equal to F, or the force, divided by its acceleration. So, deriving the formula, mass is equal to 50 newtons divided by 10 meters per second squared. Therefore, the answer is 5 kilograms.
Problem number 3. An object with an unknown acceleration has a force of 100 Newton applied to it and a mass of 20 kilograms. What is the acceleration of the object?
The given in this problem are force, which is 100 Newton, and mass, which is 20 kilograms. The unknown in this problem is the acceleration. So the formula for acceleration is force divided by its mass. So deriving the formula, we have 100 Newton divided by 20 kilograms is equal to 5 meters per second squared.
I believe that you understand Newton's second law much better now. It's fascinating how it applies to everyday situations. Newton's second law is indeed a powerful concept that helps us understand the relationship between forces, mass, and acceleration. Remember, practice is the key to mastering these concepts. So make sure to solve plenty of problems to strengthen your understanding. If you have questions, remember that I'm always here to help. Keep exploring and applying Newton's second law. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next time.